Hello and welcome back to our channel, you guys. I know, don't come for me, better late than never. I'm doing a little walkthrough of the experience my girls had at my all-girls surf coaching wellness retreat in Nicaragua. So let's get into it. First ever all-girls surf coaching trip on land in Nicaragua in Playa, Colorado. I wouldn't have been able to do this retreat without the help of Derek Thomas and his company Saltwater Surf. He provided an amazing space for me to host this retreat with my girls, which included a private sauna, private pool, and he was able to contribute his services in terms of breath work and his experience hosting. So it was really, really lovely to work with him. And this retreat was super different. It was a little bit smaller and it was a lot more personal, and I also included a lot of other wellness aspects and not just surf coaching. I also had the opportunity to take my girls into the gym with me, which was so special because I've always been an online personal trainer and I love sharing all my knowledge about fitness and my passion about that. And I always find that my girls on these trips always have so many questions about this stuff. It's something that crowds the mind of probably every female and it's just not talked about enough. So I really, really loved adding that aspect into this retreat. And then of course I mentioned the breath work from Derek. We also had Britt come and do some yoga classes with us, which were amazing. This retreat was chock full. There was not a minute of boredom. And once again, it just really warmed my heart. I mean, these trips they never cease to amaze me. And I had such an amazing group of girls. This was a smaller retreat. We had 6 girls in total, and their progression was just about insane. From day 1 to day 7, all of the girls had an immense change. So much fun surfing together. I really had to pivot in this experience because we ended up surfing a totally different place than I thought we were going to, and it ended up being so perfect for the girls. The waves were pretty uncrowded most of the days where we had been surfing, and it was just so nice to incorporate all of these things together. A common question I get asked is about the level on my retreats, and as you can see from some of these photos and some of this footage, we had one girl who was pretty new to surfing compared to everybody else, but she freaking killed it. And she was a dream to work with, and it ended up being so perfect to have her. And it ended up meshing really well. But if you're ever concerned about coming on one of my trips, if you're comfortable on a board and comfortable in the ocean and you can catch your own waves, you're totally fine for like basically all of my trips. What was really cool in terms of the wellness side of things was I was really able to kind of get lost in that present moment with the girls because of the meditation, because of the breath work. And not a lot of downtime to either be on our phones or just like do anything that kind of just numbs the brain. We were really like stimulated and present the whole time. I actually like had some crazy cool experiences with the breath work and the meditation stuff. So I wish this retreat lasted longer. It was so fun. And again, seeing the girls improve and watching these videos to this day like gives me chills because I see them improving and I know what they're feeling. Like surfing it's funny, there's a thing going around on social media of how surfing is being compared to a toxic relationship. It's bad 80% of the time, and you just keep coming back for that 20%, that one good moment. You keep coming back to feel that one moment. You feel it, and then sometimes it goes bad again, but you keep going back. And I know how frustrating surfing can be, so coaching on these trips and watching my girls improve has literally helped me find my purpose. Like I feel my true sense of purpose when I'm hosting these trips and watching my girls improve. I'm tearing up right now because I know where you guys have been. I know where you are. I know how it feels with surfing. So to be able to help girls get those breakthroughs and then meet a bunch of amazing girls to travel and surf the world with on top of that, and then just bond and have an amazing like sisterhood experience is unbeatable. So this trip was incredible. Thank you so much again to Saltwater Surf and Derek Thomas, and of course my amazing fiance for doing all the filming. He never misses. And he delivered some incredible photos for the girls throughout the trip. So with that being said, this year, if you didn't see, I hosted one all-girls surf coaching trip in the Mentawais on a boat, and I hosted this one in Nicaragua. Next year, I have 6. I'm going full speed ahead. The demand was there. The demand is high. So next year I have potentially 2, definitely 1 in Morocco. Then I have 2 back-to-back in the Mentawais, which one of them still has, I think, 2 spots left, but I'm communicating with a lot of girls and it's really first come, first serve. So if you're interested, I'll put the link to my website down below, surferl.com. Find the trip that you want, inquire, and don't sleep on those cancellation lists. A lot of people have things come up, jobs, life, you know, things happen, and then they can't come on the trip. So spots open up very often. And then I also have 2 trips in the Maldives, one in March and one in September. And the one in March, honestly gonna be my favorite trip of the year. The activities, the destination, the secluded atolls that we're going to, I'm hoping to have some really uncrowded, pumping fun waves. And again, improving your surfing is always the main priority of my trips. With that being said, I hope you join me. I'd love to have you. Always feel free to DM me on Instagram if you have any questions about any of my trips. And this kind of was the 3rd part of the series of our tour through Nicaragua. Next, we're off to the Boom, and spoiler alert, I'm gonna get one of the best barrels of my life. The Boom is such a special place. So I also may be releasing a beginner learn to surf trip with me featuring one of my good friends, Kyla, in Nicaragua next June. That one hasn't been released yet, so make sure you're on my email list. On my website, you can sign up for that so you can get updates on new trips that get released. Don't worry, I don't spam your inbox. I don't even think I've sent a marketing email for the last 3 months. I hope you join me on one of my trips, and stay tuned for another video about some life updates because things are happening. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye.